happens if you bring a wave crashing down on our heads. We are doing it.
We like.
You are getting and so if you want to help me you, then like vote me into office. Challenge fucking accepted.
Shout outs to Boyce of Mindful Skeptics and Paget KE for bringing us these live streams of Andrew Yang's epic speech at Yangapalooza and Evelyn Yang's reveal. Yang Gang, enjoy this one.
It is so great to see you all. I gotta say, I am glad the weather is shit. Because it shows what you are made of. It shows what the Yang Gang is made of, because the truth is, this battle is going to be fought in the winter, in the woods, in Iowa, and New Hampshire. And the faint-hearted are gonna stay home, but not the Yang Gang, am I right? Make me so proud to be associated with every single one of you, and I'm even more proud to introduce a very special guest. I think some of you have been waiting to meet her for quite some time. Let's give a warm Yang Gang welcome to my wife, Evelyn Yang.
I love the Yang Gang. You guys keep Andrew going, and you're going to take him all the way.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Evelyn is a secret weapon. I definitely married up, Fred. No, it didn't take you to point that out. Everyone was already thinking it. You deserve it! Yeah, I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be with you, because this is an enormous weekend for the campaign. I was talking to someone who worked on the Obama campaign, and he described how that campaign was scuffling in October, and they were looking up. And they were looking up at the polls, and everyone was looking up and saying, can this campaign do it? And then this weekend happened in 2007, and then their campaign caught fire. And that's exactly what's going to happen for us this weekend. It's because of you all. Many of you are from here in Iowa. Raise your hand and hear it out. And how many of you are from out of the state? That's pretty incredible on both counts. Orlando, Florida. Go ahead and shout out where you came in from. Los Angeles, Kansas City, San Francisco, California. Yes. Yeah, this is a national national movement. You can see it. How to say, the people who came in overnight, drove 10, 11, 12 hours, caravan together, had trucks full of people. How many of you have made new friends in the Yang over this last amount of time? That is the humanity first that we dreamed of when we started this campaign, but you made it all real. Now let's give a shout out to the people who are here in Iowa who are out tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Because here in Iowa, Iowa. Iowa is a magical place. Iowa is one of the only places in the country where democracy still works the way it was intended. That's true. So many of us are here from around the country, and we're here in part because we look up and we see the pipes clogged full of money. Am I right, Yang Gang? You look up and you see the pipes clogged with millions and millions of dollars of lobbyist cash. And you look up and say, what can I do about that? And then someone says, oh, you can vote. And you're like, yeah, I can vote, but I'm still not sure that's going to do the trick. Now what happens is here in Iowa, every Iowan has superpowers. It's wild. Raise your hand again if you're here from Iowa. Yeah. Each of you has the power to flush those pipes clean. It's the reason why candidates like me and the other like 12 of us or whoever the heck is left are here today asking for your support and your votes because we know the power you possess. It's not even that many Iowans. I'm a math guy, so I love talking in this way. So Iowa has a population of 3 million and change. Don't worry about it, there's not a test on this shit. So the 3 million and change, the high water mark, the new record for Iowan turnout in 2020 would be about 250,000. So you're talking about 7-8% of the population is going to vote. Now you see what I'm saying? It's like, oh my gosh, they are magic. Because if you have 250,000 people, how many candidates are going to be vying for their votes come February? Too many, but like, what's a serious number? Let's call it, the serious number might be something like 7, something like that, 7, 8, somewhere in that zone. So how many Iowans do we need to get in order to finish in the top tier here in the state? 40,000! Yeah, Gang's like, I didn't know there was going to be a fucking math quiz at this thing. We're talking about maybe 40, 45, 50,000 Iowans, and I want you all to imagine the headlines the next day when the smoke clears. You know, the news anchors would not be able to avoid it then, am I right? They'd be like, and here we have it in, let's call it second or third or fourth place, like Andrew Yang. And then, or first place, let's get greedy, Yang Gang. They really couldn't keep us off their graphics then, could they, Yang Gang? I mean, number one. That would be a very screwed up looking graphic. So if we get 40, 45, 50,000 Iowans onto the fact that we can rewrite the rules of the 21st century economy to work for us, for a change, we can flush the pipes and make history just like that. That is the magic. That's why each Iowan, like these two guys right here, worth their weight in gold. And you know what these guys have, I guarantee? They have friends, they have family, they have neighbors. They have people that'll be like, hey, who are you going to support? And you'll be like, yo, I just went to this sick Yang Gang rally with Weezer and Chefzoot and Vicky Natal and all these other people, and you should definitely check them out, and that's how the message spreads. These two go to 12, go to 50, go to 250. That's how the message expands. That's how we get to our 50,000 plus, and that's how we shock the world. Come February. that's for damn sure. I'm gonna call it out right now. See this camera person? That's CNN. Humble beginnings, but the world has not seen anything yet. Am I right? So your being here today is historic because we're going to come together. We're going to march across a bridge. We're going to show up at the Wells Fargo Arena where the Democrats of Iowa are congregated. They're going to see each and every one of you. They're going to see you. They're going to look up and they're going to say, wow, Yang has a lot of people. And last I checked, this is a fucking democracy, am I right? Yeah, when you get the people behind you, there is no stopping us. No stopping us. And people can tell that I'm not a career politician. I don't have a particular interest in squatting in DC like a giant spider, trying to like feed myself. Like, I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want to get in there, solve the problems for us, seal it up after I leave, and then walk on out of there. I'm going to say. But what I mean is I'm trying to pass a rule that after you're president, you can't take speech money for private gain. I'm trying to pass rules so that if you run an agency, you can't go work in industry right afterwards. I'm trying to pass rules so that if you're in Congress, you have to come home after 12 years. That's what I mean by seal it up. Seal it up as in get the town working for us again, because I think it is patently messed up that the Washington, D.C. metro area is the wealthiest metro area in the country. That to me is not a great sign for your society. When your government seat that theoretically produces nothing is wealthier than every other part of your country. And we know what that place actually produces. It produces people that have become leeches on the hoses that are meant to sustain us, the people of this country. But a lot of it doesn't get to us, but we're going to make it get to us. Am I right, Yang Gang? That's what the Freedom Dividend is all about. The Freedom Dividend will give us a new way forward. The Freedom Dividend will help us rewrite the rules of our economy so that it starts to serve us, the people of this country. Someone else was walking in today. Well, first I heard from some veterans. Let's give a round of applause to the veterans. Thank you, veterans, for everything that you do. USA. 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 So I was talking to the veterans, and then I was taken aside by a group that works with people who are struggling around the country, and he said that, Andrew, you have the message and you're getting the poor people of this country behind you. And I heard that and I said, then we will win. Because unfortunately at this point, the poor, the people who are struggling to make ends meet, that is most of us. That is most of the country. That is what has gone wrong. Donald Trump is being scapegoated for these problems, but these problems preceded him. These problems will still be in place after he leaves the Oval Office. And these are the problems that we need to solve to give the country a real path forward and to defeat that man in 2020. Am I right, young guy? So you all know know that I'm one of only 2 candidates in the field that a poll showed 10% or more of Trump voters would go for in the general election. We all know that this campaign is attracting disaffected Trump voters. Go ahead, shout out if that's you. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. Because the fact is, disaffected Trump voters count double. Disaffected Trump voters, how about libertarians? How about independents? How about people who didn't give a shit about politics until recently? How about Democrats and progressives? We can build a much broader coalition to beat Donald Trump in 2020 than anyone else in the field. And there is one criteria that Democrats have for the nominee, and it's what? That's right. Beat Donald Trump. And most Democrats have not woken up to the fact that there is one candidate that is the surest bet to beat Donald Trump, and you are looking at him. Thank you, Yang Gang. I appreciate the heck out of it. It never gets old. Matter of fact, when I walk into a room now where they don't chant, I'm like, what kind of room is this? I'm kidding, obviously. I'm still married, am I not? You think Evelyn would let me get away with that? She'd be like, bap, bap, bap. So Democrats around the country are trying to figure out who's going to beat Donald Trump. And I am the surest bet in the field. If this is a game of rock, paper, scissors, Donald Trump is the scissors, and I am the fucking rock! But we need your help, Yang Gang. We need your help, people here in Iowa in particular, because most Americans are not paying very close attention. They're just kind of sort of turning on the news and being like, what? What's going on? What? I mean, it's cool. It's most of us, just living our lives. So what we have to do is we have to wake them up to the fact that this is possible. And know that we can do better for ourselves. And when they wake up to that possibility, then there'll be no stopping them from spreading the word to another person and another person and another person. And that goes quintuple for the people here in Iowa, because everyone you talk to is worth their weight in gold. How many of you want to come back here to Iowa to canvass for the Yang Gang? Yeah, that's right. Because you know how you get magic powers? You talk to someone who has magic powers. You know what I mean? You convince an Iowan, that's like as good as if you'd gone back in time, moved here to Iowa, registered to vote, and been like, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. But since we don't have time machines, we have to do it the old-fashioned way. We need to call people, we need to text, we need to come here to Iowa. And I have to say, Iowans are a fantastic people, where when you come to them and you say, hey, I want to talk about this candidate or this campaign, they will actually be like, oh, tell me more. They appreciate the fact that you care enough to talk to them about a candidate. They appreciate the fact that you are so passionate about a campaign that you would take your free time, your hard-earned time that you could be spending with your family and friends to talk to them. Hey, Iowans, am I right on this? Yeah, they know. So if you talk to them, they're like, oh, tell me more. And then when you see the light bulb go off, oh, it's the greatest feeling in the world. I've had that feeling, Yang Gang. You talk to someone with magic powers and you see the light bulb go off, you're like, yes! I just empowered someone who can light that spark and then get the entire community going. It's the greatest feeling. I want you to have that feeling with me. I need you to have that feeling with me. Because that is how we're going to win. That is the only way we win, but we have it within our hands. There's a hunger for the message of this campaign. It's what brought you all here. You've seen it in your friends and family. You've seen, how many of you had this experience where you talked to someone about Andrew Yang and then they blew you off for a little while, but then they doubled back a little while later. And you had on that. Right? That's a good feeling too. That's a great feeling. Because you might not know it, but they're listening. You might not, you know what, you send it, oh, they see your email, they see your Facebook post, they see it. You know, they might not spend the time to dig into it, but then they double back a little while later because they see an interview or another media clip or a podcast interview, and they say, wait a minute, my friend told me about this guy. And you may not feel the love, but your friends love you. Your friends value you. If you say to look at something, they actually want to do that. They might have not have the time in that moment, but they will see it. I promise you. He just yelled, Tucker Carlson loved me. Not everyone. Not everyone, but not everyone. But I will say this. I have a feeling America is going to love my wife. Would you agree? I think, the campaign's been joking about Evelyn being the secret weapon on this campaign for quite some time, and I think they might have it right now. But to the extent Evelyn's a secret weapon, it's because she's just another person, another mom, another wife, another PTA member, another person just trying to make their community better. You know, she also is certainly not someone who married a dude being like, oh, this dude's gonna run for president someday. That certainly was not. That was like not. Matter of fact, if she knew this was gonna happen, she might have gone the other way. She might have been like, oh, I don't know about that one. But I have a feeling America can relate to that, am I right? You know? Most of you probably would have done the same way. Like, start dating someone, you find out they want to run for president, you'd be like, whoa, that's not what I signed up for. I'm here for dinner. Oh. That's pretty funny.
Bring up Zach!
Oh. So we all are going to march on over to the Wells Fargo Center, and I appreciate so much each and every one of you that came out here. Raise your hand if you've been down here for 4 hours or more. Oh my gosh. That is the stuff of some tough humanity. And I appreciate you all so much. So the plan is for us to march to Wells Fargo Center, and then I'm going to take as many selfies I can, sign as many things I can, and thank you in person for being here today, because from the bottom of my heart, Yang Gang, this movement would be nowhere without you. Thank you so much. Show the rest of the country that it's not left, it's not right, it's forward. That is where we will take the country in 2020. Thank you, Yang Gang. Thank you. I love you. Thank you to Weezer and Chef Zoot and Vicky Natal and everyone else who performed here today. And thank you to all of you who made the trip to Yangapalooza. Become president, we're gonna have Yangapalooza, the sequel, in epic fashion on the White House fucking lawn. Let's do it! Thank you all. Let's march. Let's show them what we've got. Let's show them what humanity can do.
Yummy, 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 yummy. Oh, yeah.